Hello, it's me Ash here on Nerd Life as usual, and back on the Wednesday night playing some Feed the Beast. This video probably won't go up until well after 2 in the morning because it took me so long to get ready. But that's beside the point. It's Feed the Beast Day. Congratulations to everybody involved. Now, oh God, what is that? Okay, what the plan initially was, actually, I was going to do some automatic crafting setup because I actually did turn on the rubber tree farm, which you can see right there is almost dead. I need to put some more humus. I need to put some more humus in there. And it was definitely draining the power that the windmill or the water mill system was set up. So I wanted to just constantly be crafting water mills. And the best way to do that was to set up a chest hooked up to an automatic crafting system using auto crafting tables and logistical pipes and stuff, and have it just anytime it has enough materials in the chest to just make a water mill using several different chests or several different auto crafting tables. The problem is, in order to make the pipes you want, you have to use certain chipsets. And in order to make those, you have to have an assembly table, which is what we're going to go over today, an assembly table. Now, as you can see, we are in fact in front of the Red Power Building, facility number 3, here on the Esh Dynamics campus. And we're going to go in there and do our first walkthrough of the first thing we've built in this facility. Welcome to Red Power. Now, this bit here, I believe, is actually Buildcraft, but obviously most of the Buildcraft stuff uses engines to turn Minecraft Joules energy into EU, or directly use combustion engines and stuff to generate MJ directly. As usual, I'm using electrical engines because I like to be able to focus all of my energy on actual EU production. Now, obviously, for actual Red Power machines, I'm going to have to make Red Power solar panels and stuff to give them energy, but for things that actually use engines to run, I'm good. That said, what you're looking at now is the actual assembly table. This side you have your inventory, and this side it looks like an output, but it's not. I'll show you what I mean. Now, if you put some redstone in here, it's just going to give you an option over here for redstone chipset. Now, what we want is this. Boom, redstone golden chipset. And as you can see, I've been making them, so it's already selected. So if, say, I don't want this anymore, I can uncheck it, or if I want just a redstone chipset, I can check that. Now, this thing is going super fast because different types of chipsets require different amounts of energy to be stored up before it can be made. So obviously redstone is probably the most simple chipset, so it only needs, like, what was that, 10,000 MJ saved up. Now, you may have noticed in the background that whenever I put the items in for this redstone golden chipset, something shot down, and this is pretty freaking cool. To me, it is anyway. So I'm going to reselect the redstone golden chipset like that. And as you can see, the energy bar is going to start coming up. And if you can see past the lamps I have pulled up here, that's not going to help, is it? Stone. Maybe I can get something. Oh, fuck. Arrow. There. Okay, now, energy required, 40,000 MJ. Stored energy, it's almost at 3,000 now that we have it turned on. Energy rate incoming 4.2 MJ per tick. That's because we have 4 engines running into this. And what is this? What does it look like? It looks like a laser. It's because it is a laser, you son of a bitch. It's a laser. And that is very cool. Laser. If you type in laser, you can see there's the mining lasers, and then you have your actual laser. And what we're going to go over is how we've pretty much already described how the assembly table works. You're going to have different items. You can just pump all sorts of stuff in here, just have it filled up with all sorts of diamonds and like iron and stuff, and it'll give you all the options that you could possibly make. Well, 8 of the options you could possibly make with the items in the inventory that you have. I'm not sure anything is going to come up if I put some other stuff in there. Probably not. But the point is, I have two options because with either one of these items I could make these. Now it's storing it up, and then the laser is what's powering it, obviously. Now, getting these, it's expensive. Let me just say that. It's expensive. You are going to need, I want to say 7 diamonds. That's how many diamonds you're going to need to build this table and the laser. The table needs a diamond gear and a single diamond by itself. That it means it's going to be 4 diamonds for the gear, and then the 1 diamond, which is 5. And then the laser itself uses just 2 diamonds. You're also going to need some obsidian. You're going to need, I want to say, 8 obsidian. And let me show you the assembly. Let me show you the crafting recipes. You're going to need 3 obsidian, redstone, 1 diamond, and then the diamond gear. If you don't know how to make those, you just keep doing this, obviously, from a wood gear to a stone gear, etc. Up, up, up until you're at the diamond gear. Now for the laser, should have showed you that when we had it up. Laser is going to be a bunch of redstone, like this, 2 diamonds, and then some obsidian. So you're going to need obsidian and diamonds. Now, that is a fairly simple recipe. You're not using anything technical or anything confusing, but it is expensive, as diamonds and obsidian are still fairly rare early on in your Feed the Beast gameplay. Now, I don't have a production facility that's making me rich. I'm just sort of building as I go, and what interests me, and you know, diamond production isn't really making my testicles tingle with excitement or anything when I think about it. But once this hits, the next thing you're going to want to do is have something for it to go into. Otherwise, it's just going to shoot it out onto the floor, and you risk, obviously, it despawning, which is an issue. As you know, you don't want your stuff to despawn. That's never good. So, you have 2 options. You can put a chest right next to the actual table, and it will shoot it right into the chest. Or you can run a pipe from the bottom and pump it into something else, somewhere else. It's that simple. It'll pump it through the pipe into a chest or into wherever you want it. And that's pretty much it. Now, that's it, really. There's nothing else to it. You can obviously pump more energy into it. In terms of particulars, it needs, I think it may need 4. I don't really know. As far as like per tick, that said, you can run 1 engine and it will use 1 electrical engine will actually run the laser. It's just going to go super slow, which is fine for the redstone chip. But if you want a golden one or anything above that, you're going to want more than 1 engine. Probably 4 is what I recommend, which is what we have running now. In terms of how close you have to have your laser to your assembly table, it has to be within 4 blocks of the laser for the laser to activate it. And if you're confused at first because it won't turn on, it won't actually do anything until you have a chip selected. And then it will actually start shooting lasers, which is pretty sweet. I mean, look at it. Just freaking lasering it up. Lasering it up. Now, that's pretty much it for this. It's really cool. Look at it. It's freaking cool. And I've got it all set up. It looks like it's coming from the roof, like it's just this big badass laser. I've got my switch that powers on the engines, which then in turn powers the laser on. It's pretty cool. I like it. That said, there is one more thing I want to show you guys this episode that hopefully will have all the materials we need from this assembly table to start making. And that is the facility I built for the automatic crafting system for the watermills. Now, I knew I wanted it to be fairly close to the watermills facility. And I also decided that I wanted not to just expand this building upwards any if I want to build more watermills, which I will, definitely. Because as expected, 30 watermills isn't enough to continually power one farm. It does do okay, but it will be empty for a little bit, and then it'll charge up, and then it'll run, and then shut off, and then run, and shut off, and then run, which is okay. Obviously, it's doing its job. I've got 4.5 stacks of rubber wood, and I would probably have more if I was not an idiot and had this wall dug out so that the trees could grow, because as of right now, only this row right here is growing. So keep a note to self. But and more importantly, look at this. Look at it. Looks cool. Looks cool. This is a sawmill. Now, obviously, in terms of technical stuff and in terms of feed the beast machines and stuff, it's not actually a sawmill, because there are sawmill machines that do milling of saws. But the actual structure itself is what a sawmill, an old school water-powered sawmill, would look like. That said, I'll put up a picture of what I was working off of right now. Bing! As you can see, it's got the water wheel thingy that technically water would be flowing through, or this way I guess, catching the water mill and making it turn. Then it would turn on a pipe or something that goes all the way through the building, etc. And if we go in, this room is empty. This is where we're going to have the auto crafting tables. And if we climb up to this, it has a actual sawmill. And if you've seen one, then I'll put the picture I worked off of right now. Ping! As you can see, there's a log sitting on a platform type situation. It has these this area around it that sort of has brackets and all that to keep it clamped down while it cuts the wood. And then it has the actual saw attached to the roof so that it can cut down the middle of a log. That said, look at it. I'm using the micro blocks to make it look like it's in the middle of cutting some wood. Oh, I love it. I'm just really proud of myself for building this. It looks cool. And if you go over here, you can actually walk up and over the wheel. And they build the walls with rock, as on the picture, so that it will focus the stream's water under the wheel, etc. Now, in the picture, obviously, there's a little bit difference. There's a few differences, but I took some. Obviously, I wanted to cater to what I had available in terms of the actual geometry of the world that I was planning on building into, and also because you can't just build directly off of a picture in Minecraft. It just won't look right some of the time. You've got to take the materials you have available to yourself and make some artistic choices. But I think it looks pretty awesome over here. And the plan is, instead of building up the water mill plant, I want to build multiples. It's going to look exactly like this, but it's going to be scattered over the hillside. So there's going to be pipes, just several different pipes pumping water out and into this water place area. So that we'll have one right here. We may have one back behind it. I'm not sure. That's pretty far away. We'll have one up, maybe one up on the very top of the big hill, and they'll all be pumping water down into this little quarry area, and it'll all be consolidated. And here, the water mills will actually be being made all the time. I'm pretty excited about it, to be honest. Look at it. It's freaking cool. Looks good. Looks good. Good job, Besh. And then we'll have these just scattered over the hillside. It's going to look badass, especially like if you're over here at the base. You just look up at the sunset or whatever, and you just see factories and shit just plaguing the landside. Alright, well, that's all I've got for today. Sorry the episode was so late. I do want to take a moment to tell you that I have been streaming a whole lot. So you are going to want to go check me out on Twitch TV for sure. Twitch TV or twitch.tv/anerdlife, just like my YouTube channel. And you can check me out, and I've been streaming every day. I stream a whole lot on the weekends, obviously, because I don't have any videos scheduled. So please go over there and follow me on Twitch TV. It will help out a lot. And I'm sure you guys would like to see me get really mad at video games, because that's pretty much what I do on the stream. Live. You see me rage, you see me nerd rage live, and who doesn't want to see that? Question mark. Answer, nobody doesn't want to see me rage. Anyway, also, we have some plans. I'm going to be doing a 100 subscriber vlog pretty soon, but I'm also going to be announcing something minor. I'm not going to say it's huge, but it's an idea I had that I wanted to do something new with the vlog to celebrate 100 subscribers. So keep an eye out for that. I've been just doing it involves me designing something, graphic designing something. So it's going to take me a minute to get some inspiration on what exactly that's going to look like. And also, pretty soon, maybe as early as next week, I'm going to be doing an additional series, Minecraft-based series. We're going to do a Voltz gameplay. It's going to be me, DYS Allen, which you can see on here is Allen's. You can go to his YouTube channel, youtube.com/DYS Allen, and our friend Rooks the Great. Rooks is I believe it's youtube.com/Rooks the Great, D-A Great. I'll put links in case I'm wrong in the description. We three and maybe another person are going to be doing a Voltz gameplay, and we're going to be competing against one another. Our channels are going to be competing, and we're going to blow each other up with missiles and all sorts of badass stuff. We're going to be doing some booby trapping, maybe some booby touching. I'm going to be touching all of their boobies. They're going to not be like, don't touch my boobies, dude. And I'm going to do it anyway, because that's competition. You just touch each other's boobies regardless of what they want. Now, in terms of lady parts, I'm thinking this is like a metaphorical booby, but if in terms of like a lady, you should not touch their boobies unless they tell you otherwise, because that's rude and it's inappropriate. And that's pretty much all I've got. So if you want to, if you're as excited about Voltz as I am, then feel free to pat yourself on the crotch, tell him, just be like, wait, just wait, be patient, and pretty soon you're going to be able to be titillated, fully titillated by the Voltz series here on Nerd Life. And thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys learned a little bit about the assembly table and the laser. And until next time, this has been Ash here on Nerd Life, playing Feed the Beast. Play on, players. Play on? Yeah, that's right. Play on, players.